Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be doing a plan with me in my Erin Condren A5 wide planner. Normally for the past few weeks I've been doing a plan with me where I talk about a reality show. Specifically I was talking about Love is Blind. I was hoping to continue the series, but I haven't had any time recently to watch anything. So I've decided today will just be kind of a catch me up on my life. So I will be using this kit from Simply a Mess called Autumn, oh gosh, I don't know if I can read this, Autumn Hues. It's volume 1, so I'm guessing the kit has been redone. So these are the full boxes here. I've already have some stuff missing from the kit because I've already laid it down in my print planner where I plan all my life events, and here I tend to plan my academic and work life. This bottom washi is gorgeous. It also comes with boxes, although I've used most of them, as well as checklists, but I don't usually use checklists, so I'll probably be giving these away. And then I also picked up these foil underlays from the Prairie Planner in rose gold, so they're the leaves. I felt like they would go well with the kit theme, so I decided to pick these up. If you didn't know already, I actually PR for the Prairie Planner, so you can use my code Ashley20 to get 20% off your order. So I guess I'll just kind of catch up about this semester because I really haven't had time to kind of check in. So this semester's been extremely heavy for me. Like, I don't think I've had a semester like this since the first year of my master's. I have been doing a lot, so I'm taking a statistics course, which takes a lot of time and energy, as well as I have been doing we also, so as part of my program, we have to take a course, a consulting course. So basically we work for a consulting, like we have our own consulting organization, just so we get some practical experience, which is great. I love it, but it is a lot of work, and the semester is especially really heavy. There's a lot of projects we've taken on, which is again exciting for that, like I got to do these projects, but it was taking up a lot of my time. On top of that, I also work, so I teach a seminar, as well as I have to then balance doing I also do a research job, so it's kind of similar to consulting, where we work with like local community organizations and partner with them to do research in the community. So honestly, great experience, and I really love it, but again, like, also took up a lot of time. And on top of that, I was also doing my qualifying exam this semester. I guess I still am doing my qualifying exam. I'm not finished. And so basically, the qualifying exam is like this really intensive process. So even though I'm in the PhD program, I haven't officially, like, I'm not officially a PhD candidate. So I kind of have to like prove in a way that I deserve to be here. And really it's just like to get you to like demonstrate that you have like the necessary skills. And like it's great experience, but it is a lot. So it's a lot. So the semester's been extremely busy, but it's kind of coming to an end, which is great. I definitely feel like I need a break. I think after this, I'm not going to plan to take courses for a while. That's kind of the nice thing about the PhD is, like, I think people assume like the PhD is just like more school, and it's not really. It's basically like a job. Like, you have research you do full time, but you can take courses, and sometimes you have to take certain courses. But the nice thing is, like, you kind of have your time to take them when you want. Compared to the masters, you're kind of forced. I think I laid these down on the wrong day. I was gonna color code for in here, but yeah, so for the masters, you only have 2 years to do your masters, and it goes by very fast. So you don't really have time to like kind of take it at your pace. So it's nice in that sense that I can kind of go at my pace, especially with, like, I've mentioned this too on my channel, like, I have an autoimmune illness, like a chronic illness. It's an autoimmune disorder, and so I can get flare-ups, especially under terms of stress, and even though, like, I'm better, like, I have medication that helps, it's still, like, I don't think as functional as I've really ever been, so, it's nice to be able to kind of go at the pace I can. So yeah, the semester's been really busy. I've been doing cool things though. So I've been taking a stats course on psychometrics. So really it's just kind of making sure that all these tests that we do are valid and reliable, and so that they're good tests. And so it's been a really cool course, and I feel like it'll be helpful practically as well as in my research program. So sorry, I think you can maybe hear that my upstairs neighbor is vacuuming, so hopefully it'll kind of stop in a bit and isn't too distracting. So yeah, I was talking about my stats course and how I'm enjoying that. I'm also doing like a lot of practical work this semester, which is great. Like I've been working for a few organizations and been doing a lot of data collection this semester, which is nice, but it takes up a lot of time. Like I did an online survey, which didn't take up too much time, but then also in-person surveys, which does take a while because you have to talk to people, recruit them, and then kind of walk them through the survey. And then I also did some focus groups this semester, which also great experience as well. But the focus groups are like 3 hours long, so they took up a lot of time, like in my schedule, which is fine. It's just like when you have a million other things, like again, like I said, like research is supposed to be a full-time job, but yet I'm taking courses. I'm also working on the side as a TA and doing research as well, and so it's a lot. And then you know, it, like, I try if I can to do a 9 to 5. I don't think I ever have. Like this past summer I have actually, but very rarely do I do. But that's something kind of going forward, is I want to keep like a 9 to 5 schedule and have my evenings and weekends off. But so far has not been obtainable, just because like I end up spending my 9 to 5 doing class and teaching and you know, data collection, and then all of a sudden I have no time left and I still have to do my research. So it's a lot. But this semester, as I said, is almost over, so I finished data collection, which is exciting. My favorite part of like kind of the research process is the analysis, so I'm really, like, that's where I'm at right now, is analyzing everything. I'm almost done analyzing all the data, and then I have some client reports and presentations I have to do, but I'm excited that those will be done shortly. Like, I don't know, this is the great stage. Like, I love like puzzles and things, so I love just getting this data set and just being able to like really get to know the data and like delve in and really get to like find, I don't know, it's just so exciting when then you like turn these complex numbers into like these meaningful, you find these meaningful patterns in the data. And so I'm really excited about this stage, and once I'm done, I get to enjoy Christmas. I get to, next semester, I will just be teaching, doing my research job, and just doing my QE, which is nice, so no classes, and no more consulting, and so I'm really excited for that stage, because I think it'll hopefully allow me to have a 9 to 5, or at least close to it. Like, I don't mind working the occasional weekend if I need to. So exciting things. I guess my qualifying exam has not, I cannot give updates on that, has not been going that great, just because I've been so busy. I haven't been able to prioritize research. It's weird because in grad school you're expected to prioritize research, but then you have all these other competing demands that have immediate deadlines. Like, I can't just not teach a course or not grade an assignment or not hand in my own assignments. and, you know, you're doing that on top of, you know, everything else, but yet you're expected to prioritize research. But research, you have like these long deadlines that are more flexible. It's easy to kind of get behind in research. So I've slowly been at least trying to, like, I've been attending a writing group on Mondays, and I've been finding that's helpful to at least like get some work done on my research every week. So even if I'm not making a lot of progress, like, I'm devoting a couple hours and at least getting something done, so that when I meet with my supervisor, we can like talk about something. So that's been great, that it's been like helping me like kind of keep accountable to at least making some progress. So even though it might not be as much as I should be making, at least it's something, like I'm not totally behind. But the QE itself is kind of mentally taxing, so I guess I can kind of talk about more what it looks like. So for every department, it looks very, very different. For my department, how it looks is actually, I'm like kind of jealous of other departments, because it's quite intimidating. So basically we have to come up with a psychological theory, and so we have to come up with a theory in psychology that hasn't been done before. And the thing is, like, there's so many things that have been done before, especially early on in the process. Like, I was coming up with ideas, and then you would like look through the literature, and then you would find it somewhere. And so it was like a heartbreaking process to try to come up with the idea. But I think the most kind of difficult part of it is like you're completely on your own for this process. So like I have my committee and my supervisor, and they can be like a sounding board and kind of guide me along, but they can't give me the answers. So here's me trying to develop this like really sound theory, but I have no one to like know what directions to go. So it's like me who comes up with it, and I don't know, I just find it so anxiety provoking, because like I feel this pressure that, you know, I need to, like, I'm not sure really if I'm on the right track. Like, half the time I'm like, oh, I have an idea, but I don't know if it's a good enough idea for the qualifying exam process. And so it's a lot and quite intimidating. I'm on my way though. My idea, I have my gap in the literature, I have my theory. I just need to kind of develop the model. Like, you have to think about kind of like, you have these complex models, and you have to think about each, like, what pathway does each thing go to, and I think that's what I'm struggling with. Especially, I kind of have my model down pat, but like the other half of the model is just kind of up in the air. Not up in the air, like I have an idea, I have the logic, but I'm trying to find like the perfect kind of fitting variables that would, and like kind of like, essentially you like build on like you create a theory by building on an existing theory. So you bring in kind of like, I'm bringing in two theories and kind of connecting them. And so I have kind of the logic, but I'm having trouble kind of finding the best explanation. Like, I kind of have a couple potential explanations that could work, and I'm kind of struggling with like narrowing down to find out which is the best. So that's a QE process. We'll see, kind of, I can give updates later on with how it goes. I don't think I'll be doing too much work on it over the break, and we'll be kind of picking it up in the winter, and then hopefully we'll be defending it in the winter semester. And then once I do that, I can move on to my actual like research project. So I can work on to my dissertation proposal and get that ready. I will say the nice thing about our QE process, even though it's quite intimidating to come up with a theory, is like it really builds the foundation for what we do in the like dissertation, and like in the PhD. So I think it'll really kind of help me get ahead in that way. Alright, so now I'm on the day by day. So this week was not too exciting, just because my partner and I ended up getting sick. So I remember Wednesday I was just feeling like really, really tired. So I was wondering if something was off, and then woke up Thursday and realized I think I caught the flu. So I wasn't feeling great this week, so didn't get a lot accomplished, which kind of was really stressful because November is like busy month for grad students, like November and March, the third month into kind of the semester, because like usually that's when you have a lot of like deadlines due. You want to kind of get done before December, so you have like your own coursework and research work deadlines due and like consulting work due, but then like also the courses you take for, like usually papers, are kind of due early to mid-November, so usually you have like a lot of grading too, so it tends to be a lot. And especially in the like upcoming weeks, I had a presentation for my QE topic, which I actually just had to move, which it sucks, but like sometimes that's just what you need to do, is like when you have too much deadlines that you can't, like I could not realistically meet it even working like 10, 12, 14 hour days. So like I guess theoretically I could present, but I just wouldn't have been happy with the quality of the presentation, so I just decided to move it to January, the presentation, and so that gives me a bit of time, so that means I'll probably have to work a bit on it over the Christmas break, but nothing I'm not too worried about. Weirdly, also my prof ended up getting sick, so class was canceled as well this week, so I like these actually cancel stickers from Beneva Creations, because they're like, they don't take up, I don't really like the cancel stickers that take up the full box because they can't actually like see what was there beforehand. So I like these because then I can kind of see what I still had planned that day that ended up getting canceled. And so, as I said, this week I ended up getting sick, so I didn't really do much, unfortunately. Luckily, my Monday, like my early week, was pretty productive, so at least I wasn't like very behind, but I did fall a bit behind in things. So I guess like I can talk a bit about like the upcoming weeks too. So I have in the upcoming weeks, so at this point in the semester, I was just kind of wrapping up. We're on week 11 and there's 12 weeks in the semester with 2 weeks for exams. So at this point, like I said, I kind of finished data collection, I guess, this day. This was our last day, but then I was sick anyways. And so really, I was just, so really at this point, I'm just like analyzing the data, writing up the reports. I also have for this course, I'm pretty much done all my coursework, but I have a take-home exam I need to do. And then, as I said, I kind of like to do some work maybe on my research and maybe some work on my brown bag for January, my presentation, but there's no rush luckily, so I can hopefully take December a bit easier and don't feel pressured to work very long days, and have a bit more of a balance. I want to see if there's a weekend banner sticker. I think there is. Yes, there is. Just to kind of fill in. Ooh, I've already used most of the deco. Well, I still have these dots. I should have probably put the weekend up here. Oh well. Maybe I'll add these dot stickers on. So yeah, not a too busy week. I'm like kind of at the point in my program, like, so if you've seen my on TikTok, that's where I usually plan on my impression. And so just because it's like a smaller planner, but like now I'm like in this, I've always used a smaller planner just because like school and work has always taken up a big portion of my like day-to-day. Like I said before, it was really hard to have like a 9 to 5. So I was working like most weekends and working most evenings. So my life was very boring. So I never felt I needed a big planner to plan my like actual life in. And I could use a big planner to plan my school stuff in. But like lately now I'm getting like a better kind of work-life balance as I'm able to kind of like prioritize my health and go at my own pace. And so now I'm like finding it hard to kind of fill up my big planner. So next year I'm actually going to be switching to a smaller planner. So it's from Paper Echoes. It's the size of like a Hobonichi cousin. But for now I'm kind of at this weird stage where like I'm not filling in my planner. And I don't know, but I'm also not filling in like my compression a lot. Like I'm doing more than I used to. Like I used to be really bad about not doing anything except work, and now I'm achieving more of a better work-life balance, but I don't even know if you can really see these dots. I guess a bit, but not really. But yeah, so sorry, anyways, I don't know, I'm just like in this weird between where these planners aren't really like working for me anymore, just because like the spaces are kind of off. I could actually like probably combine my two planners into one, like in terms of work and school, or work, school, and life, but I feel like then it would be really crowded. Like I don't really like the planners where it's like 5 or 6 like small little things in each box, and like, because I don't know, it just looks like way too overcrowded to me. Like I like some space, but I feel like this is too much space. And like some weeks I have it worse where I got sick, so yeah, I'm not too sure what to, I want to finish these planners though before I move to a new one. I actually start my planners over in September, so I'll be continuing this through most of 2023. It'll just be in the new year in the end of 2023 will be when I kind of switch over. I'm just adding some kind of stickers to fill up these boxes. Yes, and next week's gonna be exhausting because I have to catch up on everything. So I like the sticker here. And then I'm probably just gonna add a character sticker. Read this. Alright, so this is my finished spread. I'm thinking if I want to like add foil, because I have all these like foil overlays. And like, I used to use them a lot, but I barely use them anymore. I just find like they kind of, I don't know, that kind of looks actually really cute, but maybe I'll use this. I don't know about the full boxes and glitter headers though. I find that like the overlays can kind of dull the color. So when I have like this really like nicely printed bright like stickers, like I don't want to dull them. I like this though, I think that looks nice. So I've just been like, I'll occasionally use bougie boxes, but I'm kind of moving away from foil, which sucks because I bought these overlay tapes being like, oh, I'll save money instead of having to buy like the foil kits every week, because it's a lot of money, and like the overlay tapes are like much cheaper. There's a crease. I don't know if I can get it out. No. But yeah, they're much cheaper, so I figured it'd be worth it. But I used to use them a lot, but I haven't really been using them recently. I don't know. Like it probably actually still works out. Like the overlay tapes are pretty cheap, so it probably still works out cheaper to foil kits for what I've used. So yeah, I've kind of talked a bit of just like what the semester looks like. If you want to know more about kind of like what being a grad student is like, I'm happy to like talk more about it on the channel, especially like if you're ever considering grad school. There are definitely positives to it, and maybe that's what I'll do in my next plan with me, because I don't have, you know, I don't have time right now to watch a new show. I am thinking though for December to watch some Netflix Christmas movies, and then I'll kind of talk about them while I plan. But for this week and next week, I don't think I really have a lot to talk about, just because I haven't really had time to watch anything. So yeah, if you kind of have ideas of what you want me to talk about in this videos, definitely leave a comment down below, especially if you have any suggestions of things to watch you want me to talk about, as well as just like other topics you're interested in my life. Like right now, like I'm a grad student, I can talk about my work, the QE process more. I can talk about, you know, I'm also wedding planning, so I'm engaged, so I can talk a bit about more of that. So yeah, if you have anything you want to hear me talk about, please leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching today's plan with me. Please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.